How I would describe ethics in sports would be just a set of rules, standards, or regulations that a player has to follow in order to compete in that said sport or league. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for example, the NFL has a code of conduct policy for all of their players. You know, they can't commit any crime or theft or illegal possession of use of any alcohol or drugs. You know, they really have to be perfect in their daily life so they can, participate in the sport that they were blessed enough to be so gifted at and play in. And it's not just these ethics aren't just limited to players. The fans also have them. Like the NBA has a fan code of conduct. You know, every day now, well, in this day and age, we're seeing fans being held more reliable for their actions towards players. Because players aren't just robots. They're people just like us. You know what I'm saying? They have real human emotions. So like for example, uh, the basketball player Isaiah Thomas, not the one on the Pistons, but uh, the one that plays now. He had an altercation with a couple of fans that were yelling some slurs at him, talking about his height, and he walked up to him and asked him why would they do that, and they said they were just trying to get free frosties. You know what I'm saying? Like so, of course they were banned from the arena for life, and ever since that incident, more incidents have happened of just fans just yelling obscenities at players, and they're being held more reliable now. You know what I'm saying? So uh, the fan code of conduct is being taken more seriously now than it has in the past. Because if that was the case, the Malice in the Palace would have never happened. But that's a whole different story there. But so yeah, so that's what I believe ethics are, and so integrity basically is how we uphold our code of conduct or those ethics. So basically, just having the will and discipline to stick to our morals, to play the game the right way. No cheating, no using steroids to get stronger, to get one up on the competition, or flopping to draw fouls, or just anything. Deflating a football, deflate gate, something stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just not just playing the game the right way, trying to really just do what you need to do in the sport without cheating. And so the video that was put in the PowerPoint really just gave us some good examples of players, not playing the game the right way, just using doing anything they can to get a one up on the competition. Like this one guy who was playing beach volleyball, like it was like two on two beach volleyball, and the man moved the line on where the out of bounds marker was to try to see if he could get it in bounds. And I don't think any repercussion was given because he tried to play it off as a joke, but it was I was just like, man, dude was playing in an Olympic game, I believe, and he's just trying to cheat in the open. Like that's crazy. So you know, just so integrity is basically just uh, upholding your moral standards by playing the game the right way. And so that segues into the three core values that we've been tasked to choose. So I chose family, joy, and peace. So family is a broad topic. It can be immediate family, distant family, friends, cousins, stuff like that. Mentors. And so I have a big family. I got my immediate family who love me very much, mother, father, and sister. I got friends, a few friends that are like family, that you know I can tell anything to. I can tell them about anything, talk about anything, joke about anything. Like they're just they're not blood, but blood couldn't make us any closer. Um, and then I have my distant friend, my cousins, aunts, uncles, all of them. Um, they all support me in everything I do ever since I was a kid, so I have much love for them as well. So I value family a lot. I love family time. Love spending time with family. That's just what I love to do. Joy, joy. Oh yeah, I love being happy. I mean, there's rarely a time where I'm not happy. And those times are really where I'm just stressing over some small things, or just having a hard time seeing a positive outlook in the times that we're living in. So, but you I mean, other than that, I'm a pretty happy guy. I'm a jokester. I love to joke. I love to be goofy. The more you get to know me, the goofier I get. So, yeah, man, I love to make people laugh and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my core values is making sure other people feel the same happiness that I'm feeling. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so. And then the last one is peace. I absolutely despise conflict. I do not like it at all. Conflict to me just seems like it's just nothing but it just drives a, a gap between whoever I'm talking to, or just a relationship gap between anybody and my family, friends, stuff like that. So I definitely do not like conflict. So I try to keep the peace at any chance I get. You know what I mean? Regardless if it's jokes or something serious, I just I try to keep the peace. Love peace. Nothing's better than peace, because out of peace comes joy. That was corny, but okay. Um, and so a personal scenario with my core values, or something that impacted a decision I made that impacted my core value. Um, okay, I think this one instance where one of my homeboys called me, and he was in a real bind. He had a flat tire. He was stuck at this hotel up in Morrow, Georgia, and he called me. I was the only one that he was able to reach. He called me. I answered. He picked up. He said he needed help. So I was like, all right, bet. I'll go out there and help. I grabbed my jack. I asked him if he had a spare. So I was like, all right, cool. So I grabbed my tools. I put it in the trunk. Then I drove out there. Tried to change the tire. The jack was rusty, so the jack wasn't working. So I was like, and it was cold outside. So I'm like, it's gonna be hard enough for me to just lift this car. So let me go ahead and call AAA, get a guy out here so we can fix a tire and we can be on our way. I'm thinking this is gonna take like maybe 30 minutes to an hour tops. It's already like 11. I'm like, okay, maybe they got a guy out here or a couple people, so we can take care of this easy piece. It's just a flat tire. So the dude, my homeboy was in the hotel, so we kicked it in his room for a little bit, talking, catching up, and all that. And it's starting to get a little late, so I called the people, and they were just like, oh yeah, trying to see if we can get someone out there for you. I'm just gonna put you on hold real quick, and then I'll let you know, as soon as we get anything back from the driver. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm on hold. I'm on hold for another hour. And so these people, so I hang up, so then I call back. And so they said, okay, now we got a definite time. He's going to get there around like 1:30, between 1 o'clock and 1:30. I'm like, okay, cool. It's taking a lot longer than it need to be, but at least we got a time. That time passes. And so I'm just like, what is going on? My dad is hitting me up, asking like, where am I at? What's going on? I'm telling him about everything that's happening. He's in disbelief, and so he gets on call with AAA, and he's like trying to get some information and everything, and so he gets some more information that I'm able to get, and they tell him they only got one driver out in the whole Atlanta area. And so that's another ordeal in itself. So we had that going on. So I'm just sitting there like, man, what have I got myself into? But my boy called me. He needed help. I am just not gonna leave family just out there, just deserted in a hotel parking lot, and he has nobody to turn to. I can't do that. That's family. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, the dude came out there. Wasn't until about 4 in the morning, but he came out there, changed the tire, did what he needed to do. Then I dapped him up. He was able to go back home. I was able to go home, and that was that. But just the fact that family is such a strong point in my core values is that I can't leave anybody behind. You know what I mean? I have to help family as much as I can. So that's a good example. Hopefully, Professor Williams, you got to know me a little bit more through this video. So, yeah, thank you.